What's up everybody? My name is Paper, and today we're going to be talking about the deck that I used to climb to Infinite in the Symbiote Invasion season. The deck utilizes on-reveal effects with Wong and Odin to get the most out of each of the cards in the deck, as well as filling the board with Tiger Spirits and doombots. The core of this deck is comprised of 3 cards, Wong, White Tiger, and Odin. Wong doubles all on-reveal effects that are played at his location. Wong is the main reason this deck exists. He allows just about every other card in this deck to amplify their effects to either boost power or board presence. Our primary combo tool is White Tiger. White Tiger spawns a 7 power Tiger Spirit at a random location. Playing her on Wong's location will give you 2 7 power Tiger Spirits, which are pretty strong on their own. Odin activates on-reveal abilities of your other cards at his location. This effect, paired with Wong's effect, will activate on reveals at this location 4 times. For example, in a lane with Wong, White Tiger, and Odin, Odin will activate, activating White Tiger, who due to Wong activates twice, bringing out 2 Tiger Spirits. Due to Wong's effect, Odin then activates a second time, which then activates White Tiger 2 more times. This results in a total of 4 Tiger Spirits being added to the other 2 locations at random. In a perfect situation, you can add 6 Tiger Spirits to the board in a 6-turn game. Other targets for the Wong plus Odin combo include Ironheart, Wolfsbane, Gamora, Doctor Doom, and Thor's Mjolnir. Ironheart and Wolfsbane are both 3-cost cards that can be played on the location that you plan on playing Wong before you play Wong. This may look odd, for example only boosting your Domino with Ironheart or playing Wolfsbane with no other cards in her location, but if you have Wong and Odin in hand, you're able to activate their effects 4 times when you play Odin on turn 6. This can instill some confidence in your opponent and can even bait out snaps when they think that you're making a bad play. Gamora is a great card for a lane that you're going to play Odin in. If she doesn't activate on the turn that you play her, and you suspect your opponent will play a card on her location to contest her, you can simply play Odin on her, activating her effect again and also adding 8 power with Odin. This is especially strong when you've played Thor and have Mjolnir in hand. This way your Gamora plus Odin plus Mjolnir lane is quite strong, and activating Mjolnir twice with Odin can win the Thor lane by itself in most cases. Doctor Doom is a solid option for games that you need to add 10 power guaranteed to a closed off lane, like Kiln, Sanctum Sanctorum, or a lane that is flooded by Storm. You won't get to play Odin this game, unless a magic is played, or Doctor Doom's cost is reduced, but this just adds another option to our play path. Since we're adding plenty of cards to the board, it's not imperative that we have a lot of early game cards in the deck. In most games, you're filling up majority of the board with Tiger Spirits or doombots, so for this reason, I don't run any 1-cost units in this deck. Skipping turn 1 never decides the game in this deck, so we've included Domino to have consistency at the 2-cost slot. Domino allows us to contest locations like Hala and Asgard, as well as gives us just a little boost of power early on. Lizard is included here for the same reason. However, he has a positive synergy with Storm because it's unlikely that your opponent can fill up all 4 spaces on turn 4 if you play Storm on an empty location. The last couple cards included are my control cards. I prefer to have a few control cards in every deck that I play because I believe that reactive play in Marvel Snap is extremely powerful in our limited number of turns. Storm floods the location that she's played, preventing both players from playing any cards at that location after 1 turn. This has great synergy with our deck, closing the location from our opponent, but allowing us to continue adding cards with White Tiger and Doctor Doom. Killmonger is a great card to counter quite a few decks in the current meta. Decks that include cards like Patriot plus Ultron, Sunspot, Kazar decks, and Deadpool all can be thwarted by a smart Killmonger play. For this season, I was running into a lot of situations where Killmonger could shine, so I've included him over a couple of the other options at this slot. This deck is pretty refined in my opinion, though there are some options that have an argument for inclusion here. Firstly, I think Lizard and Killmonger are the 2 cards that can be replaced without much impact to the deck. As I said previously, Killmonger is a control card, so I would prefer to replace him with other control type cards such as Gambit, Shang-Chi, or Enchantress. Lizard can also be any of those cards in this deck. The Lizard slot is the one slot that I changed the most while playing this deck. I played like 10 different cards here with mixed results, but you can also include cards like Scorpion or Psylocke to get an early Wong on the board. Overall, this deck has performed phenomenally for me this season. Like I said, this deck already got me to Infinite and I continue to play it even after Infinite just because it's so fun. If you're not yet into Pool 3 to get these cards, I do recommend playing a version of this deck earlier in the game, utilizing Gamora, White Tiger, and Odin. I'll include a link to a version of that deck in the description below. And with that, I'll leave you with some gameplay of the deck from my stream. You can catch me live on twitch.tv/paper with 2 R's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, so give me a follow there to be notified when I go live. Thanks for watching, and good luck snapping. We don't get any use out of 1 additional energy unless we draw a lizard.
Right on time.
Domino's an easy play in Nidavellir because she doesn't get to 9 power, so she's not susceptible to Shang-Chi, which is one big counter to Nidavellir. It's just your opponent will play a bunch of big cards there and they'll get even bigger, and then Shang-Chi can wipe the entire lane. So I like to play anything that's 3 power there, which Polaris is it, so it's whatever. That'll just become our Wong lane now, which is also fine because none of them can be Shang-Chi. We also didn't draw Wong, so. We can play Ironheart here, and then White Tiger into Odin, and that might be enough. We're only going to get 2 Tigers on the board. Nidavellir's fine, I guess. Now Thor is susceptible to a Shang-Chi though. Play White Tiger. No. Now that we have Mjolnir, we can win the left lane with double Mjolnir with Odin. So this turn we want to play Gamora, and we're going to play Gamora into the lane that we're going to play Odin in, because we're also going to want to proc Ironheart again. So Gamora here doesn't quite proc, but that's okay. We're not really looking to win the right lane anyways. The right lane's kind of a throwaway lane. We're going to play Mjolnir and Odin. Odin will proc Mjolnir twice, giving Thor plus 12, and then Ironheart's going to proc again. Whatever he plays is going to give Gamora power.
Mjolnir,
So.
to me! Mjolnir, to me!
Magneto can't pull anything because the location's full.
Victory!
So usually we're going to play Storm on the X Mansion to not have to deal with the randomness of losing just because the X Mansion gave them a better card. So I think we're going to Storm here. Hopefully the right lane isn't too restrictive and we'll play Wong on the right lane. Okay, it's the most restrictive lane. So we actually have to Storm the right lane. Yeah, it's turn 3. We have to Storm the right lane just in case they play Green Goblin. It would really suck for us. So we'll just Storm the right lane. Okay, he has the same idea.
Wind, aid my hand. Wind, aid my hand.
It's a fine card to come out of there. Play Wong here. This may end up just being a Gamora into Doom game. If he doesn't play in the left lane this turn, I think for sure Gamora the left lane and then play Doom. Okay. So now that I know that this is his max lane and he's not playing Wong, so he can't get two doombots in there, I'm pretty confident in snapping here. There's two lines of play that I can play here. I can either play Gamora and hope that they play here so I can just lock down this left lane, or I can play Lizard and Thor. I can even play Thor. Play them here, and then next turn if I draw Mjolnir, it's Doom and Mjolnir, which would be really strong. But it's tough. I think we just play Gamora. And Gamora pays off. We don't really care that they're getting powered up or stealing cards here. Gamora is extremely strong now. Goes all the way up to 17. And now we can just play Doom and pretty much a locked in win. If he plays Dr. Doom, he gains, he only gains 5 power on the right. I gain 10, so I'll win the right lane by 1. Plus the middle lane's pretty contested too. 2 Doom pots for 6 each. Pretty strong. So, Poppy's my Doom, but I still win the right lane. Because my Dr. Doom is doubled. Okay, so we really like Camartage in this deck for obvious reasons. We'll probably reserve our Wong for that lane. We'll play him in 2 turns there. No reason to play Killmonger early, even though we have the extra energy. We're just going to play Domino in the middle here. Okay, so Cosmo turns off our Wong there, which is great. Great that we have that out of the way now. We're going to play Ironheart, and we're going to set up our Wong lane on the right. This deck does not have any sort of cards that are going to fill up the raft before turn 5 is the earliest we can fill up the raft. Turn 2, 3, 4, and 5. We just play 1 card per turn. We don't really have like the ability to spam out cards in this deck, so they're probably going to get their free 6 turn. But we just need to hope that whatever we do here, whether it's the White Tiger with Odin or a Dr. Doom, fills out the board enough, because this looks to be a destroyer deck, so we're playing armor. The White Tiger here is pretty strong. We actually beat the left lane. We beat whatever lane Tiger plays 2 cards in. We don't win the right lane, but any location that Tiger actually has to be 3 cards. So we just need 3 to land in the location that he plays Destroyer, which will probably be the left location. So we also have Ironheart, which actually changes things. I might actually win the right lane, because I go up to 11 and then Ironheart procs 4 times. So you'll notice I played Ironheart just with 1 other unit on the board, anticipating this coming together like this. It's fine to just boost 1 thing when later in the game you're going to boost 4 times with Ironheart. So you do have to wonder what his 6 drop that he got was, but I don't think it's going to be enough to win in this game. So we get 2 tigers on the left. We actually win the right lane, and we're stomping the middle lane. The Destroyer we saw coming, Onslaught we didn't see coming, but we win the right lane and the middle lane. So, more than enough.
Right on time.
Dark Dimension is one of our favored locations here. You do need to play Storm on Starlight Citadel to not have those cards get revealed though. Interesting. We're gonna play Thor here, just to give us a little bit more power. The smarter play is probably Ironheart, but I want to see if we draw Wong to potentially get more Ironheart procs. I think they do fill up the Angela lane, unfortunately for us, but Dark Dimension means they can't really counter us. Okay, cool. Now next turn they're going to fill up the Angela lane. We're just going to start throwing things in the Dark Dimension if we draw something. Ironheart there is fine. We can play Gamora. We can play Odin. Gamora doesn't get procced. That's fine. We do have Mjolnir. Gamora can go off this turn. I think we just lose the left lane. So we have Ironheart that's going to buff Storm, Domino, and Thor. Left lane's going to go up to 9. Cool. One Doctor Doom will actually do it. But there's a chance that he adds more power on Collector here, so we have to be a little bit careful. Could be a Moon Girl in here. Could be kind of devastating for us. Could also be, what, he played Collector and 2 cards, so that was 2, and he had 8 energy. So it could be a 5-cost Dinosaur and a 1-cost something else. Although this deck does run Quinjet and Agent, I don't know if it runs any more 1-cost as well as Mantis. We're gonna add 12 power on the right with Thor. Ironheart's gonna just buff some more things up. Gamora, hopefully if they play in the middle here, which they might, Gamora will power up twice, so. Okay, so Moon Girl we saw coming. Chavez, I think we win this. Yeah, Gamora powers up twice.
Mjolnir, to me.
So, Gamora, on Dark Dimension, Gamora activates if the person played something on the final turn. That's interesting. That's good to know.
Mjolnir, to me.
I always assumed it was the turn it was played, but
Victory.
yeah, this deck really loves Dark Dimension. You could just hide your combo into there. Any combo deck loves Dark Dimension because there's no way to really get rid of it unless you change the location, which is hard to do because you play a card there and it doesn't get revealed until it gets... Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. My YouTube channel is going to consist primarily of deck highlights like this, so if you like content like this, or if you want to see anything else from me, just let me know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.